Hello. The building over there is an abandoned Shari restaurant at Pacific Avenue Southeast in Olympia, Washington. So let's take a look at it. Shall we begin? Signs are still around. No wonder. The red outline beneath the roof looks cool to me. Normally, the roof trim of the Shari restaurants is color brown. As far as you know, the family restaurant shut down in October 2024. What a real shame. See what the inside looks like. Wow, you need to see this. Black sheets are covering the windows. Yes, that's right. I heard Black Bear Diner has taken over the whole series, which I find interesting. I honestly like them series, really. Their food is the best. The floor tiles appear to be removed. Wow. By the way, the Joe Series restaurant opened in 1993. They have been around for 31 years of business. Quite a long time. Yes, I have seen the wooden door so many times throughout the series. See what the dining area looks like. Then, nearly everything is completely gutted. No more tables, chairs, and booths. The bussing station would have been in the middle. The remnants you are seeing are the overhanging light fixtures by the windows, the pink ceiling tiles, the green trim near the ceiling, the kitchen walk-in coolers, and the wall. Not gonna lie, it's so cool to see inside totally empty. Normally, in every other vacant Shari restaurant I have come across, the fixtures and other features left behind are very similar. You can see the yellow installations in the kitchen. There would have been equipment like the stoves and other appliances. You hate the fact that most features are covering the windows. Not so fun. Moving on. By the way, this Shari is located at Olympia Square Shopping Center. The whole place, including this one, seems to be in a good location considering how busy the foot traffic is, I think. I believe the future Black Bear Diner is going to do great around here. Oh, I almost forgot this important context. Another thing about Black Bear is that the original location was near Capitol Mall in Olympia. They unfortunately went out of business in late 2015 because of health inspection violations, unsafe structures, and a failure to renew their lease. Right now, the place is a Mexican restaurant, and prior to opening, they spent a lot of money repairing the building. Therefore, it's interesting that Black Bear is returning to Olympia nearly 10 years after the hiatus. I'm not sure whether it will have the same owner or a different one under new management. Either way, hopefully the food and service will be much better than at the old location. Supposedly, if the original Black Bear had been able to repair the building and pass the health inspection, it likely would still be in operation today. The Black Bear and the Shari probably wouldn't exist and will likely still be vacant now. That's just my take on the alternate universe, you know what I mean? Anyway, since I'm from Oregon, it feels so strange not having any Sharis around anymore. Thanks to the old restaurant CEO Sammy Aborgisa and his private equity company who destroyed the brand. Screw them. They all should be held accountable for what they have done over the past few years. I just don't understand why it had to happen. The old CEO cares so much about money. He's truly a bad person. There's also no wonder he destroyed other restaurant brands several years ago before taking over Shari's. On the other hand, Shari still technically exists in Washington, with locations such as Mountain Way East in Olympia, just 3 minutes drive west, Canyon Road East in Puyallup, Moses Lake, Bellingham, and Orchards in Vancouver. Ironically, I went to the Shari's on Mountain Way in August 2015 for birthday after my trip to Bonnie Lake. I remember the restaurant itself was busy, the waitress was nice, and the food was great. I don't know if she's still working there or not. Either way, I hope she's doing okay. There's also a few more Shari restaurants in Idaho and California. There's the exit door. This bullet up window is the manager's office. The room must be super tiny in there. No surprise. That's the kitchen window. Here it is. Oh wow, you can still see the dining chair in the manager's room on the left side. Crazy. The chair will probably get thrown away anyway. There's also a kitchen sink straight ahead. I don't know if they actually will use it though. The table and seating in front of the window are still there. That's the employee break area. Did you know they're still around for now? Wow. The door on the right leads to the dry storage space. There might be shelves inside, and they will probably be used by the new tenant. The front door leads to the kitchen. Here it is. The door won't open anyway. The dumpster area would have been on the right. It's likely empty in there. Got another exit door as well. You can see an open swinging door that leads to the kitchen. The closed door next to the swinging one is a closet. That will include a ladder for the attic and roof access. I find those plywoods are very cool to see. There obviously wouldn't be more builds around here. Thankfully, the vast majority of Shari's in Washington never offer gambling services in the restaurants. That's clearly because Washington doesn't allow businesses to offer those kinds of services except for casinos. If it weren't for the old Shari's in Oregon, some locations might still be open today, even if struggling. I heard Oregon lottery still owes them more than $100,000, which is completely insane. By the way, right by the swinging door we just saw, the bakery department would have been on the left as soon as she entered. I don't know if those counters in sync are still around. It's kinda hard to tell though. They made the pies millions of times throughout the decades. Then they started buying pies from Shari's or Larry's, which is not shocking. The landscaping view looks nice to me. Not sure how well you can see. I can see a few electrical panels in the kitchen. I wonder if they still work or got shut off completely. Also, before the Shari's closed down, he was clearly not doing any better like the others. Plus, the Shari's was way too close to the nearby alternative location on Mountain Way. Years ago, while checking Google Maps in Olympia, I saw those two Shari's so close to each other and thought it was ridiculous. Whoever thought that was a good idea didn't make a good decision. Just like many subways and Starbucks located near each other, since they're everywhere. I'm thinking this one should have been in the west side of Olympia near the mall. That's just a thought. Even so, they will likely be out of business. Or maybe not, who knows for sure. There used to be people in front of those plywoods. By the way, their build colors used to be green, which means they were never updated in the early 2000s or something like that. There was another busing station near those stores. I bet the interior is going to look completely different once Black Bear opens for business. That over there should have been the janitor closet. Just nothing in there as well. Anyway, I don't know which of the two Shari's in Olympia was the first to open back in the 90s. If anyone's from this area, please let me know the answers in the comments section. Otherwise, thank you very much. You know, I just wish Shari didn't have to close so many locations everywhere and for poor management. Just like what Eddie Lampert did with Kmart and Sears. That was one of him doing so. He cares about money just like the old Shari CEO, like I mentioned earlier. It's all about profits rather than the companies themselves. Unrelated, if you look down there, that building used to be Easy's Pizza and Buffet. There it is. I have a video from when Easy's Pizza was abandoned in 2023. If you haven't seen the footage, please do so in the description below. That place isn't vacant anymore. It's now a seafood spot called Yummy Crab. I don't usually go to seafood restaurants since they're not really my thing. Speaking of Shari's, they got rid of the rewards program and the Wednesday free pie slice some time ago. Customers stopped coming in and the business started losing money. They had issues with understaffing, food shortages, and not being able to cover rent, property taxes, and more. I think much of this could have been prevented with stronger leadership from a different CEO years back. The old bathrooms are down there. There are no sinks, stalls, toilets, urinals, or water towers left. Although the restrooms are still hanging. Someone in Yelp mentioned that every time he went to the Shari's, the men's restroom was dirty. The urinal was unclean, and the sinks were outdated and stained. He felt that whoever was responsible for cleaning didn't seem to care, or perhaps didn't understand proper cleanliness standards. He even informed the manager about the issues, but nothing was ever resolved. In the end, he stopped going altogether, reasoning that if the bathrooms weren't clean, the kitchen probably wasn't either. I would totally feel the same way like him. the bike display case used to be down there. And that'll be it. There's been a wrap up the video. Make sure to like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching. And until next time, see you on the other side.